Yo, what is up guys, I'm back on a review for you now. Before I start this video, I'm going to have to talk about a few things, like where I've been for the past week and stuff like that. I've took a little bit of a break for FIFA, to be honest. I've still been playing, like, even though Team is a big promo, I've still been playing. I got Team 11 out of a pack, so I will be doing a review on him very soon. I don't know when that'll come out, because I literally am not playing much FIFA at all. I'm playing a bit of Champs and that to get obviously a few reviews, but generally speaking, I'm just not really. I've also got a haircut and shaved all my face, so if I look a little bit different, that's why. On to Stoichkov then. So, he's 5'10", he's left-footed with 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot. He's got 92 pace, 93 shooting, 86 passing, 92 dribbling, and 80 physical. So on paper, looks like a very, very well-rounded card. In the games I play with him, I play him in the 4-4-2 only striker. This guy can play versatile, to be fair. I would only recommend you playing him striker with either the Hunter or Hawk Hem style. But I'll think more about that after on the positive and negative side of things. If you do enjoy the clips or want to see more, please do subscribe. I'm trying to get like 3,000 subs by the end of next year, so if you can help me towards that, I'd really appreciate it. But I've got nothing more to say, so enjoy the clips and peace.
Just from beneath the sand, please don't take me close, seems so far away. Across this universe, she lives another day. I know the reason she stays. I know the reason she's so far away. I know the reason she stays.
So what's my overall thoughts about the card, and we'll go into individual stats and see what's good and bad about the card. So first for me is the 4-star skills, and this is actually quite decent at his height. He did feel quite swift on the ball, and he could get out of a lot of like sticky situations because of it. Obviously the 5-star skills would be really, really nice on this card, and that would probably not counteract the weak foot necessarily, but make it better. Now, as I talked about, the weak foot is a little bit of an issue at times, to be fair. He's not really the most consistent of cards. He is a very, very good card at shooting one a lot, but he would have a few chances where he'd miss, and especially on that weak foot, it was very, very inconsistent because obviously it's 3-star and you don't really expect a 3-star weak foot to be amazing. But next up then you got the pace. Now the pace for me felt really, really good, especially with the Hunt chem style go up to 99, really, really fast in game. You could put the Hawk on him because he would still feel really, really good with it, but I just had what the person before me had on it. Now, the shooting aspects. Now, as I just talked about, they're really good, to be fair. The odd time it will be a little bit inconsistent, because as I've shown, he's put quite a few wide for me in the clips. I think it was a good 5 or 6 in like 20 goals, which isn't bad necessarily, but generally you want like more than that, I would say. So the tap position was really, really good. I found that was probably his best aspect. The tap position, he was always in the right position at the right times, playing through or like sweat across, stuff like that. And also you can see by the other aspects as well, you got the shot power, it's really, really nice, the finishing's deadly, the long shots are even good, you can pop a few off for them if you like that kind of stuff. You got the volleys and the penalties, they're all really, really exceptional aspects of the card. And that's why he's just such a well-rounded finisher. Now the passing for me, generally it's actually decent. I didn't have many issues at all. Maybe the long pass at times because the L1R1 triangle balls, it was a little bit, not inconsistent, but you know the odd time where it's just like you expect it to work and it doesn't. But generally the passing is really good. As you can see, for a striker you don't need any more than that. That is literally so good, especially that curve start's really nice. Now onto the agility aspects. So the agility is really, really good. The balance isn't really the best, to be honest. The reactions are decent. The ball control is really good in game. The composure stat is probably where the finishing lies, a little bit of a inconsistency, but generally quite decent. His aerial ability isn't really the best, to be honest. He's 5'10" with 79 jumping and 82 head accuracy, so you're not really going to win any aerial battles with him, but generally you're not really going to need him to. Now next up we got the stamina. Now as a striker this will perfectly last you all game. Even the 120th minute he'll still be running around like a headless chicken. But if you're going to play him wide or something like that, because you've got a mega team and you obviously want like a card like this for wide because he's got really good aspects in everything. He will probably last you until like the 90th minute, and then you have to sub him off depending on your tactics. Now, next to me. Now, these are the interesting ones, I would say. So, first is his strength. Now, the strength's actually really good in game, to be fair. I think it's because the aggression stat. Now, I always like people with high aggression on FIFA as a striker. Because people like that Alessandrini in this, they'll fight for the ball back and they'll win it back for you and then get another shooting opportunity because of it. So that's really, really good about the card. A couple of other things. So you got the work rates, which aren't really the best, to be honest. I didn't really notice it too badly because I've got him on getting behind on the what do you call them, like tactics, sorry. So that's not too bad for me, but generally if you had him on like basic and stuff like that, he probably would stick back a little bit like more of a cam. And I think for the traits, I don't think he has many at all. I think he has the power free kick trait or something like that, but other than that, not really anything to talk about. So on to overall scores then. Now, if you don't know how this works, I group all, like, so let's say pace, shooting, passing, dribbling, and all that kind of stuff, and I group them all together and give him like an overall score, and then I'll give him a value for coins, and then I'll also give him an overall score on how I think he is like on the time of the year that I'm doing the review. So first to me is the pace. Now overall for the pace, I think it's really good. I think the pace is a solid 8.5 out of 10. I don't think it's like rapidly fast, but I do think it is really good in game. Now next up for me you got the shooting. Now overall the shooting, as I told about, is very, very deadly. Obviously you got like aspects like the composure, but that is on the dribbling. So overall for shooting I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I do think obviously because of that weak foot and that it could be a little bit better, but all the other aspects, as you can see, are at 92 or above, so that's just crazy stats for a striker. Now next up for me is the passing. Now that I talked about, it's not bad but it's not amazing. So overall for passing I'm just going to give it a solid 6 out of 10. Obviously it could be like a lot worse for a striker, and I have probably gave like similar ratings to people that have got a lot worse, but I just feel like you can't really give like a striker too much rating in terms of passing because you're not really going to use it that much. They're going to be the main striker, the main goal scorer and sort of that. Now, next up for me is going to be the dribbling. Now, overall for the dribbling, I'm going to give it a 8.5 out of 10. I feel like there's aspects like the balance and the composure could be a little bit higher, but overall, I feel the dribbling is very, very solid, especially at this time of year. Now, the physicals overall, so he's got bad ones like the jumping, the head and accuracy I group into it, the stamina's decent, the strength's decent, the aggression's amazing. So overall for that, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. If he had more like stamina, maybe like 90 odd, and then maybe more aerial ability, he'd be so good in game. But and just lets the physicals down a bit. So value for points now coming in around, I would say 800k right now. I do think the card's worth it, to be fair. It's a little bit extortionate because then you think Mbappe's just a little bit more than that, and I think like Mbappe's a lot better card than this guy. So overall, I just feel like you could be having a better option. If you do need an attacker, there's an icon. I would say he's probably one of the better ones, but generally speaking, probably not. So what's my overall score then? Now, do I think his card is really good? Yes, he is. He's amazing. But since Team Year is here, and I feel like there's a lot of cards that are probably rival this card for a lot cheaper. So overall for the overall score, I'm going to give it a 8.5 out of 10 in the month of January. I just feel like at this time, unless you desperately need an icon, I feel like there's a lot better cards to choose from. So generally speaking, stay away from him. But if you do need an icon, I would probably recommend him. He is one of the better ones. But so for my review, as always, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe. As I talked about at the start of the video, I'm trying to hit 3,000 subs by the end of the year. So if it helped me towards that, I really appreciate it. But I've got nothing more to say, so I'll see you in the next video, and peace out, guys.